Hello everyone, welcome. So I want to go back to the video that I posted a couple weeks ago, the desk dweller sequence. The poses that I led everyone through were mountain with cactus arms, then downward facing dog, and then wide leg forward fold. Talking about the biomechanics of those poses is going to be the focus of today's video. And I hope to explain or at least give context as to why I pick those poses, going back to the biomechanic reasons. If you don't know what biomechanics is, it is basically how movement is created in our body, or at least the science behind it. And the three main components are motion, force, and momentum. So motion is how the body moves through space, like abduction, adduction. And force is how fast or how slow the approach or the movement is. And then momentum is taking into account of the weight that is being moved, including the speed. So more weight with a faster movement is going to take a lot more momentum to slow down. Just as if something is very lightweight and it's moving very slow, the momentum is minimized. So one great way I like to think about the body in terms of biomechanics and yoga is to think of the entire motion of the body in a lever and pulley system. And there are different types of levers and pulleys, and I'm not going to get too complicated in that aspect, but imagine like a hinge right here, and then the muscle that abducts is going to be the trap. So I pull on the trap and contract it to pull my arm up and away from my body. And taking that into account with mountain with cactus arms. In mountain, the whole purpose is to create a neutral spine. Typically when people sit, they begin to flex their spine forward as they're reaching over a computer, on their phone. With cactus arms, you're abducting the arms from the body and then adding some extension. So this is flexion of the arms, and it's kind of weird. It looks a little different in the arms than it does almost anywhere else, because typically say like extend your arms up, but this is going to be flexion. You're closing the gap on that motion in the joint. So you're abducting, and then your hands are up here, and you extend backwards. You extend away from the front of the body in cactus arms. So to combat being flexed over a computer and having your arms typically right next to you in close proximity, almost like you're closing yourself off, you open everything up in mountain with cactus arms. For down dog, even though your hips and your legs are going to be in a flexed position, you are able to pedal out your legs, and that allows the blood circulation to increase. And that's not really a part of the biomechanical reason of why I chose that, but when you're in down dog, all of that weight, all of the force is going to be on your hands, and that is a big shift when you're typically sitting. So when you have all of that weight in the shoulders and the upper body, you're creating almost a negative pressure in a way. And when you let your head dangle, your spine is able to, yes, flex, but also in a way lengthen. It adds a little bit of space. With the same concept in wide leg forward fold, although you are still flexing your hips, and after sitting all day, the best thing to do would be to extend them. You're still lengthening the spine and creating a negative pressure and allowing the spine to release any tension that it might be holding due to gravity, because typically we are head on top and gravity pulls everything down and compresses. So when you flip everything back over, that gravity pulls it back down the opposite way. And although that's not a big part of the biomechanical reason, and I do suggest adding some leg extensions into stretching after sitting all day, just because we're constantly like this and it's not that great for our legs. We want to get them moving, increasing that blood supply, having that movement, but also relieving the spine in a way are the big reasons on why I chose those three poses. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm glad to hear them. Thank you. Have a good day.